What's up you guys, Gage here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get any Pokemon for free in Pokemon Sun and Moon, for the most part without a computer.
Kiss for you.
Alright guys, so step 1 actually does involve a computer, but once you do this you will never need to use a computer again to get any Pokemon for free in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. I'd also like to say sorry for the bad mic quality. I don't know why it sounds like this using the screen recorder. This is a Blue Yeti, I don't know why it's doing this, but it sounds pretty terrible using the screen recorder, so I am sorry about that guys. Anyway, let's get back to the tutorial. So, first of all, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and click on this video over here, and this is going to be a tutorial on how to get any Pokemon for free, but this method is with a computer. So, what you're going to want to do is watch the video up until the point where you have hacked your 3DS and installed FBI. So make sure to pause this video and go ahead and watch that video until you get up to that point. So once you have FBI, you can carry on with this video. So what we're going to do is click on the first link in the description. It's going to take you to this page, which is the GitHub for a program called PKSM. So the current version for me is 4.0.3. It could be a newer version for you guys, depending on when you're doing this. But for me, it is 4.0.3. So what we're going to do now is scroll down to the download. So here we have the pksm.cia. This is the file that you need, the CIA file. You could also download the zip and take the CIA out of the zip, but there's no point doing that when the CIA file is right here. So just go ahead and click to download that. You can see that it says a 1 next to it because I've already downloaded it. Now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and connect your SD card to your computer. So for me, since I have the new 3DS XL, I just don't screw in the screws. I put it back on, but I don't screw the screws back in because when you have your DS hacked, you're going to be taking off the back plate a lot and accessing the SD card. So I just don't recommend screwing them back in. They're not going to fall out and you're not going to lose them. So there's really no point. It just makes it a lot easier if you don't screw them back in. Okay, so put your SD card into your computer. Alright, and then open up File Explorer and navigate to SDHC. You should find it on the left side over here. So SDHC is the name of my SD card. And then what you're going to want to do, you should already have the CIA's folder if you watched that. If you did not watch that far in the video, just go ahead and click New Folder in the root of your SD card. The root is the base. So right when you open up your SD card, that is called the root. You didn't click on any folders or anything. If you click on a folder, that would not be the root. That would be that folder. So make sure you're in the root. Don't click on anything. And then you're going to want to click New Folder, or you can just right click and click New Folder. And then you're going to name it CIAS. So CIA's. So I'm not going to do that because I already have a CIA's folder in my SD card. Okay, so my CIA's folder is right here. What you're going to want to do is drag PKSM into your CIA's folder. Alright, and now we're done with the computer completely. So we can go ahead and eject our SD card and pop it back into our DS, and I will see you guys back on the console. Alright guys, so once again, I don't have the best setup for recording my 3DS as of right now. My screen recorder is a bit laggy because it's not an actual capture card, so I'm just going to be using my phone to record this part. Anyway, so now what you need to do is go ahead and open up FBI. You should already have that because you watched my video on how to install FBI and how to hack your 3DS. So let FBI load and then go ahead and click on SD and then scroll down to your CIA's folder and then find PKSM, and then you're going to want to click A and then install CIA. I'm not going to do that because I already have it installed on my device. So I'm going to go ahead and click B. Once you install it, just go ahead and click B, 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 and start to exit. Okay, so now you should have this this application on your DS. It will pop up as a present first. You're just going to need to open that, and then you will have this application. And then once again, if your console is not letting you open up the present, just go ahead and turn it off and turn it back on, and it should allow you to open it. So here we have the app right here. What you're going to want to do is open it, obviously, and wait for it to load. It's loading the graphics. Okay, and now you're going to select your game. As you can see, it's compatible with a bunch of different games. It's not compatible with these three for some reason. I don't know why. I've tried putting those games in here, but for some reason it doesn't work. So just it works with Sun and Moon for sure, so that's what we're here for. So I'm going to click on Sun because that's the game that I'm using. So loading save, loading graphics. Okay, so what I recommend doing before you do anything is go ahead and click on this little gear in the bottom right and then click backup save. Okay, so there you go, save backup created. And then now here's how you create a Pokemon. So you can either create event Pokemon, so they have like almost every event Pokemon that was ever released, I believe. So you can choose any of these if you want to, but I'm going to create my own. So we're going to go to Management, Pokemon Editor, and here we go. We're going to go ahead and click on an empty space and click A. And then as you can see on the top screen, every Pokemon is up there. So we're going to create, how about we create a Darkrai, because Darkrai is a pretty cool Pokemon. So we'll create a Darkrai, and as you can see, once a Pokemon is generated, it usually makes it legal for you. So see, Darkrai is an event Pokemon, so they have him in a Cherish Ball. It says Game Freak is the OT. I'm assuming those are actually the event stats that, like the actual OT and stuff from the event. So I have tested this with non-legendary Pokemon, and it says that they were caught at, it says they were met by the nursery helpers, so I believe that this app does generate them legitimately. I haven't tried to use them online or anything, but I believe that they are generated legitimately. So the one thing that you guys have to make sure you do is make sure that you give them legitimate and legal moves, because if you give them illegal moves, then you're not going to be able to use them online. You're not going to get banned or anything, but you just won't be able to use them online. So make sure you give them legal moves if you do plan on using them online, or if you don't plan on using them online. Like, look at this, I have a false swipe Sylveon for shiny hunting. That's cool too. You don't need to have it perfectly legal if you don't plan on using it online. So let's go back to our Darkrai. We'll go ahead and click A to edit it. You can also clone, and generate will just let you select a new Pokemon instead. Release obviously will release it, and clone will clone it. So to do the cloning feature, just click A, and then you have to click A in a separate spot. So yeah, now we're going to edit this Darkrai. We're going to focus. Okay, we're going to make it shiny by clicking where it says no, click the 3 lines next to it. Now it says yes. Ability, I guess he only has one ability. For the nature, you've got a nice little nature chart up here. If you don't know what every nature does, this tells you, so just follow. Minus defense plus speed would be hasty, so just follow whatever you need to follow. I'm going to just give him a timid nature. And let's see. For the items, give it whatever item you want. Pokerus, sure. We'll give it Pokerus. You can also change the OT if you want to, but if you want it to be legal, I don't recommend doing that. So for now, we're just going to change the stats. And another thing, if you press L and R, that will allow you to change stats quickly and or slowly, depending on which one you press. R for fast, L for slow. So we're going to max out its speed, and we're only going to do the speed because it is taking a little bit. So we'll max out its speed EVs, and then we will press back, and then we will give it some moves. It's got Dark Void, Ominous Wind, Nightmare, and Faint Attack. Well, how about we test it out and give it some cool move. So Accelerocket obviously cannot learn that. How about Pulverizing Pancake, Snorlax's special Z move? That's going to be pretty cool. Okay, so we've got that, and I think that's the only one that I'm going to change. So we'll go ahead and press B, save, and then you are good to go. You just need to press B, and press B again, and press start to quit, and then press A to save the changes. Alright, so it did not crash on you. That's just how it goes. It looks like it crashes, but it really doesn't. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and open up Pokemon Sun now. And then we're going to grab our Darkrai out of the PC. Here we go, shiny Darkrai. Here it is. That's when we just cloned it before we made it shiny or anything. So there's a regular Darkrai with the moves. Okay, I was gonna say there's no Pulverizing Pancake, but that's on this one. So I want to test that out. So let's pull this Darkrai out and test out its Pulverizing Pancake in battle, because I want to see that. That's gonna be pretty cool. Also, I haven't found a way to make them not Spanish. There may be a way. I don't really care that it says Spanish in the top, but some of you guys might. But yeah guys, if you figure that out, feel free to change that, but for me I don't really mind it. But anyway, let's go ahead and check this out. Alright, Mudbray. That looks awesome. Shiny Darkrai. I also have the no lines hack installed, so that just looks amazing. So now we're going to click on that. That looks really weird. I don't know if that's going to actually work. It may not. Okay. Alright, I guess it's just an insta-kill right there. So maybe don't give your Pokemon Z moves if they're not supposed to have the Z moves, because I don't know, that was kind of weird. It didn't really have any animation or name, and it was just an instant kill. So I mean, that's kind of cool that you can just instant kill. But yeah guys, that is going to be how you Pokegen any Pokemon you want without a computer for the most part. Once you get the hacking thing down and once you get the PKSM installed on your DS, you will not need a computer after that. And you can just generate the Pokemon straight from your DS. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for this tutorial. I hope you did enjoy the video. Make sure to smash the like button to show your support. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And I will see you guys next time. Yeah.